Now, here's a quick one about a guy who found out that his wife was having an affair with a much younger coworker, and he definitely finds a very entertaining way to get even with her. Title: How I Handled It. I found out my wife at 20 years found herself a younger boy toy, a 20-something coworker. It's funny, they think they're not going to feel something different going on. I sensed it right away. People who don't tell me that they were pretty disconnected from the relationship in the first place. Unlike many people I've read about, I did not ignore my gut. I try to never ignore instincts in a situation, especially when dealing with people. Very good. Always trust your gut, guys. He knows. I got the feeling something was off, snooped her phone, and there it was. Spied for a few days, and sure enough, they planned a hotel meetup on a Saturday. As I expected, she came up with a story why she had to go out and some boring work thing that Saturday, so I said, sure, no problem. I made sure my iPad was charged, and that Saturday before I left, I tucked it in the back pocket of the passenger seat in her car. I sent the kids to my sister's house saying I had errands to run, and then watched where the iPad was going. First to the restaurant, not one of our usual spots, and then like a cheap cliche, it was a motel. It was only 20 minutes away, so I headed out. It didn't take long to stalk the motel to figure out where they were. What I couldn't believe is that it was one of those disgusting cheap motels that will rent by the hour. A place where junkies and hookers type of hotel. The kind of place that she turns her nose up to. Anyway, I knocked on about half a dozen doors and found theirs. A man asked what I needed from behind the door, and I said I needed to speak with my wife. He said she's not there, and I said fine, I'll wait here in front of the door for a week if I have to. A couple minutes, she comes out. She looked like she was in total shock. Yeah, I bet she was, not expecting this. I just asked, are you happy? Is this what you want? Fine, you're an adult, have fun, and I left. She was calling after me, but I ignored her. I was crushed, and I knew I was going to cry, but no way in hell was I going to let her see me do that. Good, never let them see you cry, ever. You can have your meltdown later on in private, but don't ever let them see you cry. She left there immediately and went to her sister's house. I was still watching where my iPad was going. Later she called me and told me we got married so young, and she was so confused about what she wanted. She doesn't seem very confused with me. She seems like she knows exactly what she wants and what she wants to do. I said, you don't have to be confused. Do what you want. The marriage vows are broken, so I'm going to do what I want to do. I know this isn't recommended, but it worked for me. I ghosted her in our own house. I was always polite and cordial, but not loving in any way. I created a Tinder profile and started dating. She wasn't expecting that. This crushed my wife. She had several emotional breakdowns with uncontrollable sobbing fits. Not that this is the way to handle it. It's amusing and entertaining. He should have ended with her right then and there and moved on. But he wants to punish her. That's really what's going on here. She begged me to stop and let's go to marriage counseling. I said I liked her idea better and that I was enjoying myself. I wasn't hiding in the shadows like her. I was doing my business in the light of day. I was doing great on Tinder. I kept myself in shape, I'm educated, making a great living, and I'm honest and kind. I had no problem getting dates with nice, attractive women. I told them exactly what was going on in my life because I didn't want to be dishonest. And you know what? If he's a good-looking guy, has his shit together, and he's not having a problem getting Tinder dates, a lot of them just want hookups, and he's saying, I'm not looking for anything serious, and they're probably like, okay. Of course, the boy toy dumped her because his wife found out that she and he were trying to work it out. I told my wife to hit Tinder up and find herself a new guy. That must have crushed her. This would send her into crying fits. I never cried in front of her, and I never begged her. Of course, what she did hurt me horribly, so I sedated those emotions by moving on. I ended up dating and being intimate with several beautiful women, younger than my wife. I'm sure that was making her crazy. This was destroying her. That confusion of hers was long gone. She wanted us. I did too, so I stopped dating and we went to marriage counseling. This is not going to work. We're long recovered now, and this was several years ago. We don't dwell on the past, we talk about it openly. She asked me once if any of my girlfriends were better than her in bed, and I replied, oh yeah, one of them was amazing. I then explained how she was amazing and how now my wife works with those things to her repertoire. I think the thing that snapped her out of it so quickly and had her begging me was how easily I can move on. That's what I say all the time. As unfortunate and harsh as it is, a woman needs to know, guys, your relationship, guys, that you can move on like that if she pushes you too far. She crosses you. And you can replace her. And better yet, with a prettier, younger woman. That makes it even better. That's the only way you're going to get the respect from them. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. She knows I have no problem ghosting her and can be dating someone else a couple days later. Say what you want, but it worked for me. People have asked if I have mind movies or feel inferior to the other man. And I say, of course not. He's the kind of creep that hooks up in cheap motels with aging married women with self-esteem issues. Is that all he can score? No, I never feel inferior to a dude like that. If this happens to you, maybe give it a try. An unconventional approach, maybe, but it worked out for us. Yeah, as funny as that is, and yeah, but still, there's no way their situation is happy. She's unhappy. She's on edge. I mean, it's an everything. And yeah, like I said, a woman needs to know a guy can walk away if she crosses him and pushes him too far. But this is on a different level, and I think you guys know what I mean here. They should just parted ways and moved on. The idea is that one doesn't have to do this stuff to get her that way. She knows by your personality, by your strength, that you will move on if she crosses you, and she'll be attracted to your strength and respect you. But if he does this mid-marriage, like he did, and as funny as it is, then it just is an ugly situation. And she got what she deserved, don't get me wrong. But now they're staying together. It's just a bad place. And it's only a matter of time before things come crashing down again. Best to just part ways and move on. As difficult as it is, get through it, you will, and that's that. But anyhow, I thought it was a funny one. That's why I'm sharing it.